girls, this is Effie, and I have everything set up, and I thought I'll show you what I've done before I get everything all messy, because I'm a very messy scrapbooker. So let's start. This is the table that I was telling you about yesterday, the one from IKEA. My lamp is really quite nice. It lights up this whole area, so it's really a nice, I'm happy with it. I had it on last night. So let's start from here. I have my two caddies here, and I've left the stuff in the caddies so that when my grandson arrives in a couple of weeks' time, I can just lift this and get it out the way when he's around, because he's going to touch everything. So everything's on hand because this is where I'll be sitting. So I have my glues, my brushes, my scissors. In here I have a bling, mini misters, spatulas, my hammer, my other scissors, my pokey tools, glues, embossing powders, ATG, glossy accents. What else? You can spot my crocodile, my corner chomper. That's a little thing that makes bigger holes for tags. My heat gun, some archival inks, some embossing inks. And basically that's what's there. Let me sit down. I have this container full of little scraps. Elena, thanks for the punchinella. There's some cards. I love to scrapbook with scraps. I like using odds and ends. I just feel that it gives your work an individual look instead of, you know, putting on all the classic embellishments. I like making my own stuff, and you all know my style, and that's just who I am. Here's some pins, some ink for art journaling. Val, thank you very much for this container. Unfortunately, my distress tools handles are too narrow, so they fall out, so they have to be in like this. Okay, this is a shoebox that my daughter was going to throw out, so I thought I'll fill it with distress inks. You can see they fit perfectly. So I thought I'll just bring what can fit in here. So these all fitted in plus one more, which I've taken out because then I can't get them out. And then I've fitted another 6 in the front here. So that's basically that. And then you can see how indecisive I am. I've brought 3 rulers with me. Some wipes, some acrylic plates. Then I decided I'll bring this whole thing with because it's a nice place to keep some bottles. You can all see what that is. Some embellishments at the back there. My twinkling H2Os are in here. I brought 2 little perfect pearls in case I want to make some mists. These are my homemade erasers. These are giant erasers. You can get 6 stamps out of that. I want that pink one down there. I still want to carve. And I think they're quite cute. I love these because that leaf, because I make my own leaves for my flowers. And this is washi tapes. Okay. And then we'll spin around carefully to the chest of drawers that I had shown you yesterday. This box is full of things that I have ready for the 2 racks that I'm going to be doing. Stay tuned. I'll tell you more about my challenge next week. I'm going shopping on Monday morning for antique laces and trims that I want to add into that. And then this is just a pizza box that we get our kits in, and I've just added some kits and cardstock and stuff for layouts and stuff that I might make. Okay, I'll do these drawers and then I'll stop and do a second video. Otherwise the videos get too long. what I've done in the drawers is I've put little containers in them so that the stuff don't float all over the place. So in this first one I have a few stamps, basically stuff I use for art journaling and what have you. And next to them in here somewhere, oh here, I've got my tags, okay. At the back there I've got masking tape and packaging tape because I had to bring that all with me because I'm going to mail my blog candy from here. So I needed to remember about that. This is just another little drawer of odds and ends. There's papers and little envelopes and what have you, junk. Distress stains, I just bought a couple. I bought a couple of alcohol inks. These little tins are tins with ephemera and odds and ends in them. Both of them have got little stuff like that. This bottom tin is the same. You see the stuff has fallen out. But anyway. And then the next drawer has a drawer of punches, a little pad of cardstock that's quite neutral, which I thought would be useful. Then I brought some die cuts, so whatever, just a miscellaneous hodgepodge of those. Christina, thank you very much for those, they're really nice. So that goes in here. Then I brought this container of flowers. The flowers underneath my friend Aleka had given me. They're from I'm Roses. So as they were, I just brought those along. Then I have a bag of fabrics and laces. Okay, and then my favorite container of ribbons. That's just small pieces of various ribbons. These are my favorite ribbons. In fact, they're my favorite that I hardly ever use them because I stash them. Really terrible. I need to start using my things. And the drawer right at the bottom is for art journaling and for my jelly plate. There's paints. The container right at the back has got mists. And this has got a variety of acrylic paints. There's another orange piece of rubber for stamp carving. That's a piece of gauze for texture on my projects. This is also for texture and so forth. And then in the bag next to this, I have my cutting board. I've got my scoring board. I've got my mats, some papers. I've got another 3 kits in here. I've got my jelly plate in here. And then this big file, can you see? Oh, this big black file here are my masks for art journaling. Okay, so that's that for now. My scoreboard is in here and so forth. And the next video I'll tell you about the rest of the things. Bye.